Okay, so this is a color correction that I was doing. This is actually the second time that she returned. She was like a level 9 blonde all over. She'd been blonde for 20 or 30 years. I can't remember what she said. This is actually my boyfriend's friend's mother. So, or my friend's mother-in-law, however, whatever she is to me. She's my friend. So this is my friend, and her name is Jennifer. And she was a blonde. She wanted something low maintenance. She wanted something more natural. She felt like it wasn't serving her anymore. And I agreed. I was like, okay, I agree. I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be great. So, mind you, she came in with level 9 hair. I wanted something dimensional still, like an expensive brunette, you know. And if you see what it looks like as I'm doing it right now, obviously this is not how it started. This was after 2 or 3 fills, I can't remember, and with Shades EQ, and a reverse balayage with a 3N and a 4NW. And as you can see, it did not look good. It looked like one-dimensional all over. It looked hollow. It looked muddy. It looked like a level 5, honestly, 6 almost. There was no opacity. There was no depth. It just wasn't cute. I was so disappointed when I finished initially after the whole color correction that first day. She went home. She told me she liked it. I didn't believe her. I didn't like it. I think she knew. 2 days later, I sent her a text message. I was like, hey, I can't stop thinking about your hair. It is not what I wanted it to look like at all. I've been thinking about it. I have a new plan. Will you come in? Let me fix it. And she did. She came in and she let me fix it, obviously for free. So I then went in with a permanent color. We don't have a cream demi at the salon that I work at, which is a little disappointing because sometimes I want to use a demi and Shades EQ is just not it. It's too acidic sometimes. I mean, it serves its purpose. It's great for what it's good for, but sometimes it's not the move. But it was the only demi that we had, so that's what I used. I thought the pros of the demi outweighed the cons of the acidity, but it really didn't. I should have just gone this route in the first place. So anyways, brought her in. Gosh, you guys are going to be so bored of me talking by the end of this. So brought her back and decided I was going to do a reverse Airtouch and low light her with a 3 in Daubiness permanent color and a 4,1, which is ash, and 5 volume. 1 to, I think I did 1 to 1.5 still instead of 1 to 2. I don't remember. 1 to 2 or 1 to 1.5. Anyways, so it was a cream. You know, so it was opaque. It was beautiful. Obviously, here I'm doing a reverse Airtouch. I am low lighting her shorter hairs. I'm matching her natural. I'm pulling depth back down, and everything is very intentional. I'm doing every single hair except for the long hairs. I'm leaving those out, and you will see very shortly what I do with the hair that's left out. Underneath that color that's brown that you're seeing is blonde. So the next step is pretty quick, pretty easy. I do a open air tip out basically with free lights and I don't remember what developer I used. I think I used like 10 volume, 5 or 10 volume, really quick, put it on. You'll see in a second. We'll get there. Okay, enjoy the Airtouch reverse technique that you will see now. Jump scare, I'm back. Okay, so I basically keep going. I do the entire head, horizontal sections, low lighting, the shorter hairs. And then after this, we will move on and I'll show you how I freehanded the hair I left out, basically just like tip outs, but with open hair. Here we go. Wee! Okay, so I did a little teasy, I did a little weavy, and then I just painted it on with one of those paint brushes that have like the little bristles all out. So it does like most of the blending for you. Super easy, highly recommend. And it was with, I think 5 or 10 volume, can't remember. Free Lights by Wella. Woohoo! Clay. And I got this on really quick. So it only sat on each section for about 15 minutes. Once I finished applying, I basically walked away for like 2 minutes and then came back, excuse me, and I wiped it off and brushed it out so that I could pull the foils later, yada, yada, yada. But I didn't want it to process too much. I was just bumping it because I didn't really want the blonde to be super blonde. Let me talk. I want to talk over. Fuck, now you're letting me record? Okay, I'll just move it. So what was I saying? I was saying that I didn't want it to be super blonde. She was already blonde underneath, so I was just bumping out the color that I had put back in because I just wanted more contrast. And okay, yay, I can talk. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't remember where I left off, but anyways, it lifted really nice. I left it on for 15 minutes each section. I wiped it off really quick and brushed it out. The brushing out was kind of a pain because obviously her hair was so blonde underneath. I don't really like what I just said, so I might edit that out. Okay, yeah, so I wish the video part was playing where I want it to be because I needed to see what's going on. So yeah, I finished and I brushed it out and well, I wiped it off and then I brushed it out. It lifted to where I wanted it to be. And then I actually did not tone it or anything because it lifted exactly where I wanted it. Yeah, but had I needed to, then I would have thrown a little toner on and yeah, it looks really good. It looks so much better. The depth back in is the same color as her natural because, I mean, obviously that was the goal the whole time, but shades just wasn't doing it, you know? Wasn't opaque enough and it just did not work. But it's beautiful and I love it. And now she can go to a wedding and look beautiful because yeah, it just wasn't it. But now I'm happy. Okay, so that was my color correction and my voiceovers. Sorry, this is my first time editing a video, really hard, and this is my first time making voiceovers, and it is having a lot of trouble with me. It's not really letting me record, so sorry I had to do the same one like 10 times, so if I sounded dead in my voice, that's why. I was just sick of fucking recording it. Okay, bye.